Hello everyone and welcome back to my Destiny reaction series. My name is Tara if you don't know me, and my goal is to catch up on the story of Destiny before the Final Shape expansion. Now, normally before diving into a season reaction, I would read the records on them on the Ishtar Collective, but I noticed going forward that there are no records for the new seasons. So I guess I'm going in completely blind, dumb, and full of So let's get right into it.
The Cabal, war, want it or not, is all they understand. And so we taught them. Sand Eaters scattered, Dust Giants fell, Ice Reapers buried, Siege Dancers broken, until we grew complacent.
Oh, if we're dealing with the Cabal, does this mean Caiatl's finally going to make an appearance?
And Gaul drove a blade between our ribs, left us gasping.
Mentioning
Before
Gaul?
the Vanguard showed them that
Or is it going to be a Callus episode?
the light cannot be tamed so easily. I should have stepped forward, stamped the Red Legion into extinction. Instead, I ran the banner and watched the city's victories dull our edge once more. It should have ended before they fattened us, before they exploited us, before they forced us to lift up a murderer as our savior. Another Cabal warmonger now leads a fleet off Nessus. No more waiting. We will be there to put her in the ground.
Her? So maybe it is Caiatl. Ooh, we get to find out if Caiatl is actually a neutral party or something evil. I know I theorized that maybe Caiatl is gathering the Red Legion to keep them away from Sivorath's influence, but maybe not. Maybe she is actually bad. We'll see.
Even my people have a word for peace, but we do not use it often or lightly. I wouldn't have summoned you if I was not sincere.
Peace
Peace.
with the Cabal.
I got my answer so quickly. I thought that would go over more of the season, not within the first minute.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to
Interesting.
one, if not the other. My world did.
Empress Caiatl, I'm sorry for what you've lost.
We have all suffered. I propose an alliance.
Interesting.
Don't ally. They conquer. She betrayed her father to Gaul. Don't think she won't put a gilded knife in your back too.
My father was soft,
He lacked ambition.
as you do.
Wait. Wait. Am I misunderstanding? I thought Caiatl's father was Callus. Did she... Oh, maybe there's some Cabal lore that I don't know, or have more than likely forgotten.
Humanity won't survive unless the commander expands his horizons. Join my empire. You'll keep your title and gain a seat on my war council. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Then, the Black Fleet. Bow.
Oh, that's a problem for egotistical guardians. Yeah, we won't be bowing, unfortunately. I thought it was pretty ballsy that Zavala had his ghost out this whole time.
Very well. Ready yourself, Commander. I'll sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield.
Damn. Okay, so if you won't... Wow. Caiatl's a Sith? If you're not
Listen
with
closely,
me,
Guardian.
you're against me.
Callus's daughter, Empress Caiatl, has arrived in our system hoping to reunify the Cabal Empire. We've spotted an Imperial land tank tearing through Nessus. Ikora thinks it has something to do with Caiatl's efforts.
Well, so much for
I
Alliance.
want boots on the ground for a closer look.
Okay. Yeah, so much for the Alliance. Never mind.
The tank is ahead. Break their front line and get us eyes on it. New objective. Based on the field intelligence you recovered, we believe a former Red Legion commander is on site, directing from the ground. This commander was a mere legionary under Gaul's rule. He personally pulled the trigger on a horrifying amount of lightless Guardians during the Red War. He has since risen to become a warlord among the remnants of the Red Legion, and now that butcher carries Caiatl's banner. Indeed. Divide leadership on the ground long enough for our scouts to determine what Caiatl is planning. And perhaps, in justice for the Guardians he sent to their final deaths. That's what we came for. Get out of there now! Welcome aboard the Helm, Guardian. The hub for emergency logistics and maneuvers.
The Helm?
Here you'll find the assets and information you need to complete our most time-sensitive operations. We'll continue upgrading this space as situations in the system evolve, so check in often to get the latest developments.
Well done disrupting the Cabal on Nessus. I wish that was the end of it. But unfortunately, it's just the beginning.
What's happening here? Hang on. It took me a second to process. What is the holograms of Allah? Is this new? Like, what is this? Is this how they're doing some cutscenes now? Because it's kind of cool.
Empress Caiatl has emerged as the new face of their empire and demanded I pledge loyalty to her. Our conversation went as well as you might expect. Thanks to the information you recovered, we know this. Former members of the Red Legion and other leaderless Cabal are all competing for a seat on Caiatl's War Council.
Okay.
In an effort to prevent Cabal reunification, I'm assembling a team to take out her aspiring commanders. Lord Saladin will act as field commander, and Osiris will report directly to me as my advisor. He's appointed a new hunter, Crow, to be your reconnaissance expert. As always, Amanda Holliday will provide
I don't know much about Holiday.
Your task is simple.
I don't think she's gotten much screen time at all. She's just like occasionally, like in the Red War, she saved us, but other than that, I haven't really interacted with her a lot.
Defeat Caiatl's commanders across the Sol system. Once you eliminate their leadership, Cabal infighting will prevent Caiatl from amassing real power. If we miss this opportunity, another all-out war will become inevitable. Good luck.
I just don't understand Caiatl's motivation here. If Caiatl knows that we have a common enemy, why turn on us just because we won't like are the Cabal that, what's the word I'm looking for, like power hungry, that the only way that they can work with other people is if they're willing to bow to them and see them as ruler? Like, that's one thing I'm not getting. Did Crow legitimately get a wardrobe upgrade? I don't remember so much white being on him before.
The new style suits you.
Oh, he did.
Spoils of victory.
He did.
Reef.
Glint chose the materials. You haven't let me pay for any of this.
If you want to repay me, keep that mask.
He's, as I cut Osiris off from saying, he's gonna have to wear this mask for a while, huh?
Mask affixed to your face.
Yeah.
It will protect you from the city's ignorance.
Yeah.
I know what it's for. If this is what it takes to make a difference, I'm in.
I've had to walk these
Crow's so
streets under
cute.
disguise more times than you know. Now I am welcome. Soon you shall be too. Patience and caution. Guardian.
Once he does enough good, then he can take the mask off and be like, "It was me, Austin! It was me
Saladin
all
spoke
along!"
highly of your assault.
And then people can't be mad.
They think their tank
Well,
is
they
a
still
show
will
of
be.
strength, but it is no Iron Lord.
Saladin will hold the line so our attention can be directed elsewhere. Names are needed. Examples. My friends in the Reef have been talking. At this point, Red Legion commanders are either brutes or braggarts. Not the type for subtlety. They want Caiatl's attention.
We will use
I'm obsessed with Crow's new look. The mask is, I don't know, it's something.
that
It's something.
information to direct our fury.
Just a
Create
little
a
bit.
power vacuum and show the Cabal the path they've chosen. Dismissed.
Together in the field. Huh. I'm starting to get the impression you all like having me around.
I do. I don't know about the rest of the player base.
Warriors
I
of
do.
the Empire. I see your fury. For years, you have waited for your leaders to reclaim you. But time has not changed your nature. Your rage becomes the swing of the cleaver, the thrust of the shield, the shout of the cannon. I send out a challenge to the remains of the Broken Legion. Prove your worth in battle. The ancient rites live again. The triumphant will become the first members of my war council. We are Cabal. We eat the mountains. We drink the seas.
Lots of fiber in the mountains, I guess.
The dragon of your
Saladin,
light roars
right?
over Nessus.
No.
Our enemies fear you, Guardian.
Yes?
Osiris mentioned you crashed a Cabal ritual they call the Rite of Proving. He seems to think it's not unlike our Crucible, made for settling scores. I don't see the resemblance. Scraps of the Red Legion are competing to earn Caiatl's favor. Just like her, their hands are tied by tradition. They're forced to meet every challenger or forfeit their position. We can exploit that. I want you to run down every Cabal commander you can find. If they're foolhardy enough to accept a fistfight with you, Caiatl's War Council won't fill a single seat. To that end, Crow has spotted another of the Empress's hopefuls on Europa. They call him Basilius the Golem. He's looking for Golden Age relics to excavate from the ice.
The silliest, the golem? I definitely misheard that.
Basilius intends to augment his body
Basilius.
and offer combat enhancements to other Cabal. If he succeeds, it won't be long before Caiatl has an entire platoon of exo-legionaries at her disposal.
Oh, damn.
Get in the way.
Okay.
Cabal forces are entrenched out here. You're in for a hell of a firefight before we can breach their defenses.
Those command carriers are likely to send reinforcements, but I'll try to draw their air support away.
Clear the field. That should buy me enough time to take down the barrier that's blocking the way forward.
Okay, I was a bit confused at first. This is Destin's video, right? Yeah, it is. I think Destin did something a little extra, a little spicy. Gave us some like little panoramic, little panning shots, like instead of just the usual fighting and running around. I appreciate Destin. Good shit. Good shit.
Barriers down. Get a move on. Be careful. The Cabal got sloppy. Vex have moved in behind them. Watch your back or you'll get caught in the crossfire. The Imperial commander should be up ahead.
Give them what for? Kindly remind them they don't belong on Europa.
I'd skip the kindly part. The Cabal searching for the secrets of the Deep Stone Crypt. I don't understand wanting to become a machine. To lose everything you are. What sort of person is willing to do that to themselves?
From what I gather,
Somebody on their deathbed, like Elizabeth.
folks becoming exos weren't always willing.
And here I thought the people of the Golden Age were supposed to be enlightened.
But the Cabal feel the same way about themselves.
The way you talk about the Cabal, others talk the same way about the Elixni, especially in the Tower. Shax openly jokes about killing them. Some Guardians wear their bones on their armor like they're animals. It's different when you walked among them, shared a meal with them.
Damn.
Well, I ain't gonna be sharing a meal with no Cabal anytime soon.
Damn.
Get ready
Crow's
to
got the
move.
sympathy,
The
dude.
Cabal have
The
invaded
empathy.
the Cosmodrome. As we speak, Paul Mirag leads a charge into a Hive nest, seeking revenge for what Zibo Arath did to the Cabal's home system. If he succeeds, Caiatl is certain to promote him to her war council,
So we'll
and
go kill
more
him.
Cabal will flood into the Cosmodrome. We can't let that stand. Not in the territory that produces some of our best Guardians. Fortunately, our enemies are distracted. Cut through the chaos and take out Mirag. If we don't crush this now, we could lose an entire generation of new lights.
Guardian, the Cabal have established a base not far from you. It's possible they're already engaged with the Hive, so expect a little chaos.
This is our chance to kill two birds with one stone.
If those are birds, you're gonna need a boulder at least. The Cabal brought some serious weaponry with them. They must really hate the Hive. And again, how else should you feel after your home has been destroyed?
Now is not the time to psychoanalyze the enemy.
threat.
Why not, though?
Meditate on their motives when they're dead.
Now's your moment, young wolf.
But, like, no, I agree with Crow. If you understand the enemy's motives, you know what they're going to do next.
Fight the enemy to meet their end.
You make it look easy, Guardian.
Yes, if only all Lightbearers had their focus.
Was that remark pointed in my direction?
We had no time for idle chatter when we were defending the walls at Six Fronts, I'll tell you that. And I doubt Zavala tolerated it during the Red War.
You'll forgive me. I'm new, so I'm not caught up on our history.
Damn.
What were you doing in the Red War? Huh. Must be a bad signal.
This is Amanda Holliday.
Crow went straight for the throat. Honestly deserved, though. He was being kind of a prick.
Reporting on my Cosmodrome flyovers. The Cabal set up shop on a bluff overlooking the moth yards. Hive's been chewing on them pretty good, but they're dug in like ticks. You know how they are. Frigates parked overhead haven't put a single round my way. Seems they're focused 110 on the Hive. One thing I haven't seen are any civilians. I don't know how big the Cabal fleet is these days, but it's gotta be spread thin. There must be a group of carriers in deep space somewhere with all their kids and old folks aboard. The whole rest of their species. Shows how much they want payback. They're risking it all on our turf, just for a piece of the Hive.
Damn.
I know this Cabal force looks like aggression, but I'd wager it's grief through and through. They ain't here for us. They're here for revenge. Goodness knows. I can relate.
That would make more sense, truly. And we're just kind of in the way, huh? Okay. I can get that.
Did I keep
Guardian,
you
get off the table!
I've been busy managing the antics of your commanders.
Antics. Time-honored traditions. They don't concern you.
You're auditioning members for your war council. I'd say that concerns us very much.
Your commander could be a valued member of it, if he would accept my offer. You seem like a wise man. We both know that the best victory is won before the war even begins. I'm giving humanity a way out. Zavala can end this now. You.
What exactly are the problems with accepting the deal? It's not like she's going to completely rule over us, right? Is it just Zavala's pride saying no? Or is there more to it maybe that I don't know?
End this now.
A Cabal Empress with a penchant for mercy. It's a novel idea. You've learned from the mistakes of your predecessors, but I see how you lean on tradition when you fear a loss of control. I see your uncertainty, dithering. As for what I know that an Empress without an empire is in no position to offer anything.
The Cabal have lost their home, not their honor. If we are to die, we will take many with us.
Damn.
Tell your commander my patience is running out.
Your orders remain the same. Honor or no. Without a war council, she'll have no war.
I actually, okay, it's definitely the music's fault, but I actually do kind of feel bad for Caiatl. I'm understanding her motives a bit more now. The damn music
Commander
is pulling my
Zavala,
heartstrings.
I thought to contact you directly, free from the prying interests of advisors. When I was a child, listening to stories of the Cabal's many rulers, I imagined that sovereignty was absolute power. The power to triumph, to spill blood, to rule. But now I realize the ironic truth. Sovereignty is a form of servitude. As Empress, my people's will comes before my own. That is why Cabal forces cannot leave the Sol system empty-handed. After losing Torobatl, we cannot lose our honor. It's the only thing we have left.
You
Damn.
offer an alliance as equals, but I offer something even more valuable. Exaltation. Within our ranks, the Guardians will be revered. They will be free, as the Scions are now. They will be our most elite force, the pride of the Cabal Empire. So, for the last time, join us. For revenge against the Hive. For survival against the darkness. Join me. Join the Cabal.
Caiatl is very charismatic.
You're needed
That was
back on
convincing.
Nessus, Guardian. As if their tank wasn't enough, now we have Scions tunneling into Vex territory. According to Crow, their leader is Ixal the Far-Reaching. She's looking for something that will secure her a seat on the War Council. Something that will impress, like Vex prediction engines. Whatever Ixal digs up could give Caiatl the winning edge. Or worse, simply unleash destruction on us all.
God, this feels so one-sided. Like, it feels like from Caiatl's side, this is a very reluctant battle, reluctant war, if we're calling it a war. Like, she's like, listen, you guys are not the problem. The Hive, the darkness is the problem. We can work together. You will be revered. You'll be the pride of our army. Just join us. But like, I understand pride. It just feels like maybe there's more to it that I'm not understanding, but it just feels like pride is in the way. On both sides, truly, because Caiatl is leaning on tradition and being like, you have to join us, we won't join you. Honor is all we have left. It's tough, but this is interesting. I like it a lot.
Either outcome is to be avoided at all costs. Ensure they never try this again.
The Scions are already deep in the Vex network.
I just mean that we feel like the antagonists in this situation.
Looks like they have Imperial backup. You can catch them if you hustle.
Lucky for you, Amanda Holliday runs a door-to-door service. I've dropped you close to the entry point.
And lucky for me, she also has a sense of humor, which is refreshing after working with Saladin.
That's a pretty low bar to clear, but I'll take the compliment. You're on the
Dude, everyone is just dragging Saladin. it's
right
it's
track.
great.
Keep drilling down. You'll hit gold soon enough.
We're picking up big energy spikes below your feet. Odds are good, but that's where their commander is.
Time to show the big boss what you got.
You know how to get their attention. Osiris said this isn't the first time the Scions have tried to mingle with the Vex. Were you around for that holiday?
I was in the tower at the time, but I wasn't really involved, so I don't know much.
Glint's been combing through the Vanguard archives, helping me catch up on the history.
Oh, good.
I'll ask him to skip ahead.
Good idea. Just the thought of
Crow and I are in the same position. We're both catching up on the history. Makes me like
clairvoyance
him even
combined
more.
with prediction engines. Ooh, it's making me sweat.
I'm with you. Even if we can't see the future, knowing the past might help us stay on top of this.
How did it go?
Well, the Cabal are just thrilled we've been interfering in their politics.
Of course.
That said, a lot of them are just as unhappy Caiatl tried to fold us into the Empire.
Interesting. Another crack in the shield.
Interesting.
Aren't
indeed.
you worried about retaliation? The data we've pulled from that prediction engine. We need to act now.
That data represents possibility, not fate. We need to know more. Good, you're here. The Scions you broke up on Nessus are plotting something. Help Crow investigate this further.
Wait. You aren't going to tell the commander?
Wait, what?
This concerns him. He deserves to know.
Osiris?
My hope is there won't be anything to tell. Not if you and the Guardian see this through.
Crow will tell us. In private. Come on.
Don't know about you, but I'll take that as a compliment.
But what's the secret? Oh, my lord.
Listen, I've been combing through the prediction you pulled from Nessus. I've got bad news. I think the Cabal are going to try to take Zavala out. He's missing from every single one of the futures they predicted.
Oh.
Not missing where'd he go missing. Dead missing. Osiris says there are only possibilities, but I think it's the real deal.
Dang.
Zavala has refused to work with Caiatl. It's in her best interest to remove him.
And maybe someone who will
Sends a
take his
strong
place.
message.
Yeah.
Glint can't pinpoint a time and place yet. We need more information. Word is the Vex...
That's a motive that makes complete sense. If Caiatl removes Zavala from the equation, whoever replaces Zavala may be more amenable to Caiatl's demands, especially being that, hey, the last guy that didn't agree with me ended up dead, so yeah, you might want to consider it.
Have always had trouble predicting you. Maybe that's our edge. What do you say? Want to help prevent a prophecy?
Because we have paracausal power, right? That's why the Vex struggle with us. Crow's eyes are stern. His voice is strained with worry. He tells you he swung by Nessus, stopped by a Vex conflux near where you hit those scions. He was worried and had to ease his mind. Glint tapped into them and managed to dig out a corrupted Cabal transmission from that site. It could be nothing, but they tracked it back to Europa. Crow would feel better if a friend were to check it out. A friend! He's a cutie, dude.
Thanks to your fieldwork, I have an idea of what the Scions are planning. It's not good. This gadget you found. It's a tiny light disruptor. Small, but strong enough to knock down a ghost. Saladin says when the Cabal seized the city, they severed our connection to the light.
Yeah.
Looks like the Scions have refined that tech. It's elegant, actually. And deadly. They wouldn't need to fly a fleet into the city to use this. A single gunman would be enough if they could catch a Guardian flat-footed. I'll tell Osiris, and I'll keep an eye on the commander.
That's deadly.
You know, just to be safe.
But Osiris paid it no mind, hey? Crow offers a restrained fist pump. He mutters affirmation under his breath. He seems impressed by the light disruptor and thankful for your help. But behind his eyes, you can tell his mind is racing over what this could mean. He's glad he spoke up. He thinks something like this could have easily gotten away from us. You see Crow flinch, as if a literal light bulb flicked on inside his head. He mentions a report he'd seen. Scions hit the city and stole some tech. Then he'd heard a few Guardians hadn't checked in from field ops, and yesterday, one of their bodies was found. No ghost, no light. Dead by what looks like city weapons. He thinks whoever these Scions are, they've been at this for a while. Refining this little tool, hey? This light disruptor, they're calling it?
Sometimes I like to listen to the city's pulse. I hear it best when the people are asleep, and when I'm alone. It was a warm night, and I wanted to feel the breeze on my face. I took a walk through the first garden we planted inside these walls, to remind myself how far we've come. We've made so many sacrifices since those early days. But with the green of that garden and the murmur of the city we built up around it, I could be at peace. For a little while. Have you ever felt someone's eyes watching you, Guardian? You might not believe it, but I knew he was there before I saw him. I turned, and there he was, Uldren Sov, his spirit haunting me. Then he shouted a warning, and something snapped in the trees behind me. I spun around, my gun in hand, before I realized I'd drawn it. It all happened so fast.
Oh!
A Cabal assassin, one of Caiatl's, no doubt. When I looked back for Prince Uldren, he was gone.
Crow saved Zavala.
Was it a troubled spirit? A hallucination? I wasn't sleeping well before. Now I'm not sure I will at all.
Dang. Interesting. So Crow's been watching out for Zavala ever since he thought they were going to assassinate him.
Commander, an attack on your life within our own walls, in the streets where the city's children play. I wish it surprised me. Every minute we waste, our enemies grow bolder. I saw it with the warlords of Allah. Give them slack, and they'll hang you with it. You must act. Remind our enemies that there are consequences when darkness breaches our walls. Remind the people why they put their faith in the Guardians.
So we gotta
This
snap
attack
back.
was just a taste. Next time, they'll target someone else, someone you can't save. That loss will be on you.
Dang.
The weight of it will crush you. Trust me.
I would feel bad for Saladin if he wasn't being such a dick.
There was an assassin within the walls of the last city, and no one knew until it was almost too late. Luck was on our side. Next time, it won't be.
Luck wasn't on our side, it was Crow.
What we must do now is channel our light into a clean, burning fury and raise the Cabal Empire to ashes. Zavala may still have hope for a peaceful resolution, but he hasn't seen what I have. I'm still an Iron Lord. I'll be in the fray exacting retribution. When you're ready, you should be too.
I don't know. I feel like there's another way around with Caiatl.
You were seen.
At that distance, in the dark, no.
Enough to put a name to a dead man's face. The commander told Ikora. Thankfully, he passed you off as a hallucination.
An assassin was inside our walls. I had to do something.
This isn't the first time an enemy has infiltrated the city, and it won't be the last. Your concern is noted, but far from a crisis.
An attempted assassination isn't a crisis?
Yeah, what the hell?
Zavala is quite capable of dispatching a lone scion.
He was distracted, soon to be lightless. If I wasn't
Unmasked? Didn't the spider teach you that even small mistakes bring large consequences?
I suppose you learned that chasing Xivu Arath.
No, Crow, those are the wrong words. Dude, oh, okay. He's gonna snap back hard here. He lost Sagira because of the situation that Crow was referencing.
Choose your next words wisely.
Apologize immediately.
I should have kept my mask on, but I don't regret acting.
It did say
I still
Zavala.
think Zavala's in danger.
That is why I'm embedding you as his bodyguard.
Is that wise?
Is that wise at all?
We need to draw in their assassins, and a full security outfit is too obvious. Keep your mask on, always. Do not speak. Can I trust you to handle this with discretion?
The utmost.
Oh man, Crow, that was heartless. I get he was upset.
My
but,
mask
like,
was in my hand. Stupid, I know, but I felt safe. I thought I could just relax for a minute. It was a mistake. Osiris tells me the commander always talks about making the hard choice. Reveal myself or let him die. Whatever I chose, someone would still say I was wrong. I'm sure you've lost people. Racked your mind for how it could have been different.
The unique irony of that statement coming from Crow, technically the man who killed the loss that we are probably most upset about. That's interesting writing. I like it.
Too far away to act, but close enough to wonder. If you could have stopped it, wouldn't you? No matter the cost. I've been at the mercy of something I couldn't stop.
That is
without
interesting.
knowing why. Blind in a nightmare. I didn't want to be the reason for more pain. The next time they come for the commander, they'll have to get through me. Mask or no mask. Just don't tell Osiris I said that.
Of course not. Crow offers his apologies. You should be apologizing to Osiris. That was cold-blooded. But still believes he did the right thing. He's glad to have your support and says he will be watching Commander Zavala's back more closely from here on out.
The Cabal have no shame. They failed to take out our leadership, and now they escalate their barbarism on the battleground. Believe me, I wish it were not this way, but I've seen this pattern play out many times before. Like the warlords of our darker days, Caiatl and her commanders see honor as currency, valuable only for the fear it strikes in their enemies' hearts. There's no merit in it, no trust, and there's no negotiating with brutes like that.
Caiatl is different, I
on
feel.
the battlefield and prove again and again where the real honor lies.
I really hope there's a way we can reach through to Caiatl and don't have to kill her. I feel like she's different. Saladin warns of escalating Cabal brutality across the system. As Caiatl's council members remain empty, prospective commanders lash out in desperation. Their supply lines are straining, and confidence in the Empire is waning. Saladin has seen what desperation can drive a foe to do and believes now is the opportune time to deliver a finishing blow. Okay. I may not be the biggest fan of Saladin, but his armor is so sick. I haven't seen him, like, in the flesh in a long time.
After everything the Cabal have done to us, after Gaul, we are warriors. Why aren't we at war?
This is not an easy decision. You know that.
Not easy, but inevitable. Neither side can sustain a real war, but the Cabal are aggressive and proud. If we do not end this, it will escalate beyond our control. The city is at risk.
So strike now. Take out their leader. United, we can handle the rest in a matter of weeks.
You don't think that lowers us to the enemy's level?
Whether it does or not, I doubt Caiatl will go down so easily. But perhaps there is wisdom in thinking like the Cabal. Caiatl has rallied support by embracing old traditions. If Zavala challenges her to ceremonial combat, she must accept, or risk losing that support. Humanity's champion versus the...
I was worried when he said that, but I guess if it's like a trial to denote honor, they wouldn't use their thing to trap his light, right? Or whatever it is they do. Diffuser? I can't remember what they called it.
Cabals. The winner dictates the future.
If we win, there's no guarantee Caiatl's followers will honor the result, even if the Empress herself does.
And if we lose this gamble, when Caiatl has a knife to your throat, will she thank you for your diplomacy?
Every fight is a gamble. The question is whether you're willing to bet on our best guardians.
Any day of the week. Make your preparations. I'll reach out to Caiatl to discuss terms.
Commander.
I appreciate your cooperation.
At last, we have a plan to strike at the heart of the Cabal. It's not what I'd do, but at least we're taking decisive action. Zavala has challenged Caiatl to settle things with a final rite of proving. No response yet, but Osiris is confident she'll accept. Personally, I don't think there's any course of action more final than a full-scale offensive.
I disagree.
Your task is to encourage Caiatl to accept the easy out.
Yeah.
Her aspiring commanders...
I was actually thinking that this is kind of an easy out for her and her followers. If Zavala defeats her in this trial, then she can be like, okay, well, we can respect them because he beat me. See how strong he is? See, it's the honorable thing to do. So it is a way out for her.
The pressure points.
Of
so
this
hit them
situation.
with everything you've got. And keep hitting them until Commander Zavala tells you otherwise.
I issued a challenge to Caiatl, knowing she could not show weakness in front of her people. She accepted. And now the time has come.
Okay.
It's simple.
Just don't die.
A final rite of proving. We each send forth a warrior to represent us.
Oh!
Whichever side claims victory sets the terms of a binding agreement.
So Zavala doesn't even have to fight!
If we win,
we're like his knight.
Caiatl ceases hostilities immediately. Her forces never set foot on Earth again. But if we lose, we surrender Nessus and support her claim to the Imperial throne. And as a gesture of good faith, I become Brachus Zavala.
and serve on her war council. A glorified hostage. That
won't happen.
cannot happen.
It won't happen. If it's us fighting,
Caiatl's
it won't
chosen
happen.
warrior waits deep within her fortified tank. Storming it and defeating him in ritual combat will be nearly impossible. But I've come to expect the impossible. From you, Guardian. Represent the Vanguard in the right of proving.
Aye, aye.
Be our champion.
Aye, aye, Captain. No problem. Commander Zavala has informed you that you have been chosen to fight for the city aboard the Imperial land tank, the Halphus Electus on Nessus. Caiatl has accepted the challenge. Zavala tells you to assemble your fire team and bring Caiatl's champion to their knees. He reminds you that if Caiatl suffers defeat here, she will have no choice but to concede or risk humiliation.
Commander Zavala, we agree to the right of proving. The Cabal sends forth its champion.
The challenge is met. Our blood flows together. May it lead to unity.
This is a good solution.
You willingly enter my Imperial land tank, the Halphus Electus. You honor me. May you meet a glorious death.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I find Caiatl very charismatic. It's like, obviously she's Callus's daughter, but she has that same energy, just mixed with more honor and less gluttony.
The tank is like a living thing. She breathes, she moves, and she will spit out your bones. All feel fear, Commander. Some learn from it, while others are ruled by it. Which are you?
I refused to bend the knee. What does that tell you? How many more Cabal stand between my champion and yours?
All swore their lives to their Empress. They can use them as they wish. Your guardians scurry through my tank like vermin. Is this how the Vanguard fights its wars?
Our fight is with your champion. We need not slaughter every Cabal in your army.
Do not expect gratitude. Those you leave behind will grow. They will learn.
Good. If our foes are capable of growth, let us be the catalyst that forces them to change.
Yo, I like that.
You would attack my tank directly?
I like that.
It is sacred to my men. They will fight as though its oil were blood. My warriors do not die easily. They fight because I gave them their freedom.
Imagine if they fought because you gave them a hope.
Dang, Zavala.
My champions are ready, Caiatl. Is yours?
Zavala talking kind of attractively right now.
Chosen. Fight for the glory of the Cabal.
This is so sick. Dude, the music and everything. I'm obsessed. The Cabal are cool. That was good. That was a
Caiatl,
good introduction.
Your champion falls.
I did not imagine this outcome. Your guardians have powers told of in the old stories.
Our vaults are full of relics from those who underestimated us. If you ever cross the Vanguard again, bring a bigger tank.
He's got a point though, like really. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Probably just a precautionary. She's gonna hold up her end of the bargain. She's not gonna pull a fast one. Put your ghost away! Hang on, the fact that his ghost out is giving me anxiety.
Let our blood be the last spilled.
Oof.
Let this ground be hallowed.
No, 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 no.
Let honor bind us.
What is going on here? Maybe an independent? It's an independent party.
I didn't order this. Bring me the one who pulled the trigger. They'll know who did.
So she's fully on our side. I love the way she just ragdolled that man. Oh, his mask! His mask is off! Wait, he's turned around. Put it back on.
Are you all right?
Reach for the mask, reach for the mask. Oh boy.
I'm alive.
Huh. Why did that make me emotional?
I've officially been...
Whoa, that was so... no words were exchanged, just, hey, I'm alive. Boom, reach out a hand. That kind of made me a bit emotional. That was a great
commissioned
scene.
as a recon agent by Commander Zavala. He wants me to track down the conspirators who tried to sabotage the ceasefire.
Damn.
I believe Caiatl when she says she wasn't behind it, but let's not take chances. 2 assassination attempts is more than enough, I think. Zavala looks at me, and I feel like he really sees me. Who I am,
Damn.
not who I was. He didn't say much else, just that it might be a good idea if I laid low while he figured things out here. I know it's taboo to talk about the people we were before, but the weight that's been hanging around my neck since I woke up in this body, it finally feels a little lighter.
Aw.
I doubt this is the last time we'll be seeing each other, Guardian.
I hope you're around for a long time. Oh, hang on. I'm like a little emotional. This was just a good, like a feel-good collection of moments for Crow. And so quickly, too. Challenges proving 7. Despite an initial unease, Crow seems pleased with Zavala's acceptance of him and his redeployment. He expresses that he feels a personal responsibility to track down any of the Scion actors that remain at large. He chuckles, looking at his broken mask. He mumbles something about a vendetta, wry smile on his face. Crow wishes you the best. Thanks you for all you've done for him, and for the many doors you've opened, and the life you, Osiris, and Glint showed him he could have. He's confident you'll see each other soon. Dude, I love Crow. What a good character. What a good return for Uldren Sov.
Uldren Sov is dead. Ikora spoke those words when I offered her the news of Crow's unmasking. She already knew, of course, as did Osiris.
Of course.
And you. Without trust, we become like the Cabal, fractured and consumed from within. I've sent your friend on a reconnaissance mission while I determine the best way forward. Empress Caiatl will honor our agreement.
Yeah.
This is an armistice, not an allegiance.
Oh.
Those who do not answer her call to leave Earth are criminals in the eyes of her empire, left to us to deal with as we see fit. Saladin will have words, I'm sure. But preserving what's left of the Cabal insulates us from further incursions by Xivu Arath. The enemy of my enemy, Guardian.
Yeah, he's my friend.
Until such time, they are not.
So it's not quite a proper allegiance, but more of a ceasefire, and like, okay, it's your Earth, no problem, we'll leave you alone. Commander Zavala looks you over and considers how much you've kept from him. He congratulates you and celebrates a victorious city, but expresses a need for trust, for unity. He says that without those things, the city would be destroyed from the inside like the Cabal were. Want us to stop keeping secrets, huh? Yeah, we'll see about that.
Warriors of the Empire. Today we chose strength and honor over personal glory. But 2 of our soldiers chose to pursue their own victory. Their own glory before the glory of the Empire. Only one of these soldiers stands before me now. The Scion Valir faced his death with honor, but his accomplice, the Scion Kalek, chose to run, to hide. Kalek is a stain on our history, a traitor. I revoke the name Kalek. For a coward has no name under the Empire. These traitors did not work alone. I will find the others, and they will meet this same fate. We are one Cabal, and we strike as one fist.
Dude, Caiatl is so charismatic.
Distress signals are
I
far
really
too
enjoy
common
that
these
character.
days. Our recovery crews can hardly keep up with them. This one, however, I want you to look into personally. Rahul brought it to my attention. He tells me the transmission has been exposed to darkness. Our enemy worms its way into everything it touches, even mudding our signals. What's more is the point of origin, near the reef, from a Guardian claiming to be aboard a ship belonging to the dethroned Emperor Callus.
Oh.
Caiatl will no doubt respond to a signal from one of her father's ships. They have a complicated relationship.
So then where's Callus?
If there's a Guardian on board, exposed to darkness, I want to know why. Extract them safely, so we may have a word with them.
Oh, where's Callus, dude? Callus is like one of my favorite characters. He's just awful and hedonistic, and I love him. I know a while back they said he fled, or like his ship left before the darkness came.
Several months ago, a Cabal vessel bearing the name Glykon disappeared near the reef. This ship matches its description and heading. So far, our hails have gone unanswered, and the distress signal continues to loop. You're clear for live-fire engagements. Board it, and find our missing Guardian.
If they killed Callus, hold on. If they killed Callus off screen, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be really mad. All right, I'm just saying that right now. If they're like, oh, the Callus suddenly died for no reason, I'll be grumpy.
Frequencies. Like ripples meeting in conversation. Executing trace. Stand by. I've sourced a distortion. There's an open patch into the ship's computer. Perhaps courtesy of our lost friend. Those spores are harmonizing with the nearby concentration of darkness. There's no light here. Sarcophagus growths with cores of darkness. The material is organic. Reminds me of a certain flora kept by our silver-tongued drifter. Curious. The Cabal here, their minds hang suspended in the death throes of cognition, falling into a singularity.
That's brutal.
Glykon navigation system marks their destination as an anomaly.
So they're not quite dead, or at least their minds aren't, and they're just trapped in this like fungal infection?
In the wake of
What, in The
Mars's
Last of Us?
disappearance. Guardian, you're not the only life sign aboard. I see at least one other. Maybe our missing friend. It may not. Scorn. They did not come from Callus's menagerie. The dark ether in this device has been tampered with. Its connection to the darkness galvanized, rooted. Callus always did embody a clever sort of madness. I found a journal of Callus's scribe, Armsat. Translation as follows. Today, Callus graced the Glykon with his presence and gazed upon the anomaly. His counselors prepare the exhibition chamber with gold from the Castellum. They are confident the crown is ready. The end will lay eyes upon him and weep at his magnificence. This ship's passageways no longer connect as they should.
God, I wish we had more time to talk with Callus, like, before he fricked off, because it seemed like he knew exactly what was coming and knew a lot about it. And now, maybe I misunderstood that last transmission, but he kind of offered himself up to an anomaly or something? Maybe not as sacrifice, but like to be witnessed.
The dark. They relent. We must not. Forward. Guardian, I've pieced together another of Armsat's records. It reads, Tragedy of Silence. He tore the wilting failures apart himself. The connection is strong, but the darkness does not speak through them. An ocean without wind. Even the Lightbearer could not coax it to awaken. Hangar systems are intact. Why didn't they try to run? Jump logs indicate this ship made berths from the Leviathan. Its pilot has an officer's clearance. Our Guardian appears to have a long and storied history with the Emperor.
Bring back some tales, Guardian.
Wine? No. Concentrated dark ether. These are similar to Galron's chamber in the royal baths, but without life support systems. Micro-etchings along the interior walls. Scratches. Omsat kept notes on experiments as well. It seems that Scorn, exposed to the anomaly, all suffered contiguous neuron death. It consumed their minds. All but one who spoke with many dead voices. This survivor would become the centerpiece of their studies.
You say that like this isn't your fault. You can't blame yourself for every missing Guardian, Osiris.
Put this decrepit creature to rest.
Jesus. Also, hold on, I just realized something. Was that Sagira's voice talking to Osiris, like an echo of it?
This anomaly left in Mars's wake. I've seen it and others like it. Too many Scorn for an active Guardian. In place of each world, the darkness stole. At the edge of our heliopods. Callus meant to commune with the darkness. This is an address from Callus to his crew. I chose Galron, and his frailty betrayed us. He was too pure, too alone. Our new guests are neither. A glorious chain of dark minds, an open mouth for the one in the darkness, that it may sing in exaltation of my majesty. Greatness recognizes greatness. To invoke the attention of the end, our offer must be great.
Interesting.
Faint traces of light.
Do you think Callus was trying to make a deal with the darkness to like spare him? To be like, witness how magnificent I am and leave me be, kind of thing?
That's
brutal.
It was a Guardian. Waited too late. Far too late.
Who is
Take
this?
the rifle. It was offered, was it not? Better in your hands than left for another. I'll speak to Savala about authorizing exploratory outings. If we can recover our lost friend's
so
ghost,
cool.
we may learn more of how he died. Return to the city. We must assess our findings. Exploratory
really cool.
outing, Presage. Designation VG-999. I am receiving you.
Not finished picking at Cabal bones?
Caiatl. Have you no more officers to send in your place?
You're trespassing, and I need information on that ship. Withdraw.
This is a rescue operation for a wayward ghost. Interference here would not end well for you.
Rescue? The Cabal are not animals. Send in your Guardian, but Callus belongs to me. As long as I see him dragged from this hole, I don't care who does it.
And keep your distance and leave us be.
I've lived aboard
We haven't confirmed that Callus is even alive yet, though. And Kaitl's looking for Callus.
these ships. I know their systems. You need me.
We shall see. What will you do with Callus if he is found?
Autocrats only know obsession. His gluttony exposed us. So I'll feed him all the trimmings of his failure. Until his belly bursts.
Holy shit.
Scans of the anomaly they chased.
Brutal.
Left in Mars's wake. It's a part of the darkness. One piece of a larger web. Others align with our missing planets and moons, as well as many points beyond Sol's borders.
Callus's scribe identifies a voice in the darkness. One of their mother. Of dead enemies. Of Gaul. They say it spoke to Callus in his own voice. Taught him how to commune. His counselors work to isolate and contact the entity that speaks. How many Cabal died for this?
Enough, it would seem, to achieve the Emperor's desired result.
Emperor. This derelict is his empire. Sacrifice to pride. Paid for in blood. Are those Elixni?
At one time, their ether was bound with darkness. Now they're scorn. Rot-minded and easily swayed to violence.
The perfect vessel, if one could keep them contained.
Oh, that's gross.
A Scorpius turret. Its munitions are spent. The battle report shows skirmishes across the ship, battling several containment breaches. Still, Callus pressed on. This infestation. I've seen it before.
Oh?
Sivu Arath slaughtered my people.
What was it like? That inevitability.
So this gross plant-like infestation is because of Sivu Arath. I guess it does look kind of hive-like. That makes sense.
Like burning alive, and realizing the flames are just the beginning.
Oh, damn.
Gasps of scorching air. Helpless panic. The smell. Was it any different when Gaul razed the city? Survivors like us are embers in the dark.
Delicate.
Defiant.
Defiant.
Osiris sends you through a trash compactor. If you were Cabal, I would lift you into the stars.
You've never sounded more like your father. I thought you killed
Shut down the garbage disposal.
Cabal have suffered too many losses for vanity, petulance. First Callus, then Gaul.
But not you.
Don't insult me. I've grown wise from watching monuments topple. No mercy for false gods. Half these ships ran routes to the tangled shore.
Where they harvested the scorn for their experiments.
This hangar took in ships from all over Seoul. The Leviathan could be lurking at any of those coordinates.
You're my favorite. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
Your missing guardian was working with my father.
So it would appear.
If his ghost were recovered, would its memories be accessible?
I hope
That
so.
remains to be seen. A refuse heap. Darkness, soot, ether. They were burning the spent scorn to ash.
Cabal regalia tracks combat data. I can access this. An incendiary.
So they were capturing Scorn, experimenting with them, and then burning them to ash when they were done with them. That feels even more twisted than the Scorn look.
Deployed to halt the Scorn reanimation. The Incendiata was later embedded with a team set to detonate the ship's reactor.
They rose on their own. That is a new and concerning development.
Resurrection does not make one invulnerable. Your kind taught us that.
Yep.
These orders did not come from Callus. Callus's surgeons experimented on the Scorn. Cranial dissections, dark ether drownings to engorge them.
Science carved telepathic imprints into their brains, linked them together in shared consciousness. Their collective mind was then opened through an artifact, a crown of possession.
All to exploit their connection to the darkness. Had Callus seen Torobatl fall, as I did, would he have learned then? No. You burned away. I saw it.
What do you hear, Empress?
Mistakes. Thrown on the pyre of my past. You heard something different?
The ignorance of my youth. The pain of change. Unproven faith wilted by logic.
Your people do not appreciate you as I. I promise you true power.
I miss
You
Callus.
shall find it.
A ghost was injured here. Remnants of its light pooled around the dark center. A memory, preserved in physical form.
You said you wouldn't. You promised. Everything you say is a lie.
I believe I found a record of...
You said you wouldn't. You promised. Everything you say is a lie. Do you think I was talking directly to Callus?
First contact with this voice. It says, I, Omsat, scribe of Glykon, rejoice. The scorn are one, rejoice. They bear the weight of the crown elegantly, rejoice. They whisper anticipations.
This is something I'm probably going to have to like keep in mind, because I feel like a lot of this information that they're giving me, like I'm having trouble parsing it. It feels like it's all going right over my head.
Rejoice. Our Emperor hears the voice of salvation. Rejoice.
Sycophants, all of them, enabling his madness. What is that thing?
Our lost guardian.
Can your ghosts undo that?
Not so far as I'm aware.
Then why are you searching for it?
Answers? Same as you, Empress.
If there is nothing else...
That is so brutal and disgusting. I really like it.
I must analyze the Glycon's archives. My cruiser will monitor the situation here.
A path to the ghosts still eludes us. Until we return then. A chalice of opulence. The inscription reads, to my captain, cast your shadow in the face of darkness, that you might drink of its beauty and grow fat.
Your guardian was a traitor then, seduced by Callus's posturing. Like so many powerful fools who think themselves invincible.
I'm receiving you, Guardian. The Vanguard saw value in our investigation. We are tasked with the recovery of any information or relics pertaining to the darkness.
Welcome back to the Glykon, Guardians.
I expected you to be gone after the armistice.
This ship is Cabal. I have a duty to its crew while Callus remains free.
What crew?
What have you found in our absence?
Hidden records in Glycon's mainframe. From your lost guardian. They're decrypting as we speak.
Oh.
Transmitting the first decrypted message.
Let's go, let's go.
He's been drinking more and more of that royal slop. I see him pawing at the air for hours, laughing, eyes glazed over. There's another alignment tomorrow. Maybe I can slip the hangar and get lost before anyone notices. I know a few Guardians who might want to hear what I've seen.
I would like
Did
to.
your data mining yield anything about a crown?
Amsat detailed an ornate procession that brought a Hive crown from Leviathan to Glykon.
Hive crown.
It allowed the darkness to invade the Scorn's thoughts.
Not the darkness. The entity.
The two are entwined. Does the difference matter?
That there is a difference makes our understanding of the darkness a facade. What do you presume they are? The crown, the entity?
Idols. Sustained by fixation, until there is nothing left to reap.
Our lost guardian must have sent this frame to broadcast their distress signal.
This interface is of human design.
It recounts a descent into the anomaly. Gravitational oscillations broke and reformed the Glykon many times over.
Really?
It is as if every permutation of the ship's existence collided in one space. Caiatl, it seems Callus has fled. Omsat states, Emperor Callus has left us, his shadow broods. The legionaries spread rumors saying, he merged with darkness, he is dead, he fights to save us. Words dipped in false confidence. The Emperor is gone, none know where. May we abide his return.
No, it is a trick. He is hiding here or elsewhere. He did not simply vanish. This array contains research logs. The entity's voice emanates from the grave of Mars. The Scorn babble to the void, and attentively await response. Our Emperor's vision is at hand. Tomorrow we pierce the anomaly's veil. We are ready. We have communed and are adrift between worlds. It controls the lower decks, dragging the flame. dead whispers in the walls. There is no way back.
Scribe Omsod states.
Oh, this is all... This is all very, very, very difficult for me to understand. I'm not talking very much because I'm just desperately trying to gather this information up. But there's so much about Callus that we still didn't understand that I can't put it all together quite yet. I feel like this is... Maybe you could let me know, but I feel like this is information that I shouldn't quite understand yet, and it's kind of why it's going over my head, or perhaps I missed something severe.
The Emperor shows us we chase a mirage. The darkness is nothing but a great basin of formless thoughts. A vast tangle of composting chaos.
Really?
Callus seeks the entity who speaks through the darkness.
The darkness is a primal force, wielded like the light. How simple.
Able to be brandished against Xivu or Ra?
And fall into the burrow of an ambush predator, like Umun, like Aramis. I think not. But tools can be broken, forces can be stopped, and those who wield them can be disarmed. Another decrypted entry. We hit Acheron's wall and sank.
So then, wait a minute. Then that bit that we were just told of means that the darkness isn't evil. No more than the light is good, right? It's just how it is wielded, and just that the darkness seems to be more likely wielded by people who want to wield it for evil. So, yeah, then who are the people talking for the darkness in the pyramids, and why are they here? That I don't necessarily think that the pyramids are the darkness themselves, which raises the question of, is the traveler the light itself? Okay, anyways, moving on.
Down to the deep. Lies in a bad way after the dive, all twisted. I'm all twisted. Whole crew rattling around in my skull like they're thinking for me. Scorn. What they used to be, what they are now. Dive must have opened the cells. Someone's gotta clip their horns, especially the big one. Or we're dead. So, this is where they died. Their sacrifice is noted. Their names will be honored.
Why were they sent?
Accessing the Glycon's mainframe required a direct connection. Another entry transmitting. I didn't think it was true. All that talk about the darkness. But it saw him. Something in there stared right back into Callus's hungry eyes. And Aldrin's rotted tyke started shrieking, and I knew.
What was that?
Rotted tyke into Callus's hungry eyes. And
Aldrin.
Rotted tyke started shrieking, and I knew.
Rotted tyke?
I knew I shouldn't have come here.
What? Aldrin's rotted tyke?
Is this?
The Crown of Sorrow. A Hive artifact of devilish craftsmanship meant to subvert the wearer's will. I suspected it was the crown in question.
More Hive witchcraft. It should be destroyed.
Agree.
It has been altered from its original design. Opened. Instead of controlling minds, it's meant to merge them. It is listening. I cannot leave the crown free.
You think you can contain it? So did Callus. How long before your audacity damns the city, advisor?
Your warning is noted, but this is Vanguard space.
I don't think bringing this...
Will you ensure the crown is undisturbed while I make preparations for its recovery?
Osiris.
The Cabal are not at your disposal.
I really don't think that's a good idea. Like, look at what it's done to Callus's ship.
Do so.
Or one of Callus's ship, I should say.
At your own peril.
Oh. Oh, I don't think that's a good thing to do at all. Okay, so Season of the Chosen. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I loved meeting Caiatl and getting to know Caiatl, and I like that Caiatl is kind of more of like a neutral party, especially after the Rite of Proving. However, this last half feels like it's way above my pay grade, and I'm having a lot of trouble understanding it. It is very fascinating, but I think I'll have to slowly parse this information over time, because it was a lot of cryptic messages all at once, and I still barely understand Callus or his motives, so seeing all this like underbelly of what he was working on was a lot to process. At any rate, that's it for me today. Make sure to leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, consider subscribing for the rest of my Destiny journey, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!